The NoTilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed, starting with the semifinals. This will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCTS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Dali.
CMC Hill.
Yao, Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
But not too much.
Clash Royale has evolved since then.
We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know
Who is the best player in the world?
You have what it takes to be the best.
Latin,
Europe,
Asia,
China,
Africa,
North America.
see you all in the arena.
The NoTilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed, starting with the semifinals. This will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCTS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Dali.
CMC Hill.
Yao, Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
But not too much.
Clash Royale has evolved since then.
We already know the best teams.
But now we want to know.
Who is the best player in the world?
You have what it takes to be the best.
Europe,
Asia,
China,
Africa.
North America.
See you all in the arena.
The NoTilt World Championship will have 4 stages. Everything starts with the 20-win challenge that will take place between July 23rd to July 26th. Only those who win the challenge will move on to the second stage. The second stage will separate players into 2 regions, East and West. Each region will have 8 brackets of 1,024 players. All brackets will be live streamed. Starting with the semifinals, this will happen from July 30th until the 14th of August. The winner of each bracket will then move on to stage 3. In this stage, the 8 winners from East will compete against each other, and the 8 winners from West will do the same in a round-robin format of their own region. The top players from each region will then move on to stage 4, the playoffs and the grand finals, which will take place on the 23rd of August, where a new Clash Royale champion will be born.
Do you remember the 2017 CCTS?
I do.
The best in the world competed there.
But now, some of them are gone.
Tali.
CMC Hill.
Yao.
Electrify.
Even Music Master is gone.
We had such great times. We had such great times.
We hated to see you go.
Great times.
We hated to see you go.
We miss you.
We hated, but not too much.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the NoTilt World Championship Western Semifinals, Day 3. Hi guys, how are you? I'm Rich Slayton, caster for Clash Royale League, and also here to join you guys for, that's a big version of, let me back up a little bit, here to join you for this edition of the NoTilt World Championship Semifinals, the Western region, and yes, it's going to be a good one more time. Some of your biggest stars, some of your biggest names.
The NoTilt World Championship has 4 stages.
Take a look at this.
Stage 1 was the NoTilt 20-win challenge. The winners are now in Stage 2, the qualifier brackets, where we have 8 East brackets and 8 West brackets of 1,024 players that will be streamed from semifinals to finals. The winners of Stage 2 will qualify to Stage 3, the the group stage. We will have one East group of 8 players and one West group of 8 players that will battle in a single round-robin format. The 4 top players of each group will qualify to Stage 4, Playoffs, and Grand Final, where these 16 players will battle in a single elimination bracket to become the new Clash Royale champion of the world.
So in case you didn't know what's happening, that's the plan today, folks. We're getting ready for the Clash Royale Championship of the World, the only solo championship right now, and it's a big one today. I'm very, very excited about this. Some returners are taking their second shot at it. The Spaniard, Rubén, is back one more time after falling short in his last outing. Of course, one of the best out of the U.S., one of the best in the West overall. Airsurfer of Misfits here competing today, and then 2 other players you might not know as well, JuanManuel and Raiyan, both in this competition today. Of course, the winner of this bracket not only wins some cash, $1,000, but also moves on to Stage 3, where the top 16 players, 8 from the West, 8 from the East, will battle head-to-head to try to become the new world champion. Of course, Stage 3 of 4. This thing goes on and on and on. Lots of high-level Clash Royale to be done. Let's take a look at the chat here for a second and see how you guys are doing. Line was the Day 3 qualifier. Yeah, Line picking things up earlier this morning. I was not doing the early morning broadcasts on the Western ones now, which is a little easier for a sleep in for me on that side. Let's go take a look at the YouTube chat here for a moment. Yeah, Elion saying sleeping through Day 3 East semis, Rich. Yeah, I'm doing the West now, and Chanton's doing the mornings with the East because he's over on the East Coast. Better wake-up time for me. And then, of course, I'm doing the Western ones now, which will be a whole lot of fun. And, of course, I know the CRL West players who are in here very well, and a lot of the semi-pros and ladder players who are getting mixed in with I'm familiar as well. So it'll be pretty fun to have them here as well. Favorite deck, Rich? It might be Lumberloon Heal this season. We'll see. Who will win the NoTilt World Championship? My opinion. Well, it'll be somebody who plays Clash Royale. That'll be my that's my number 1 pick there. If you can turn, I don't know what. Look some more. Team Queso versus Team Misfits versus Arena Quesito. Yeah. That'll be interesting. JuanManuel plays for Arena Quesito in the No-Tilt League. Arena Quesito is a very interesting case, guys, because a lot of the teams do have, a lot of the favorite pro teams you know of do have semi-pro or academy programs, but Team Queso's academy program is unique. You not only have one player who's currently in Arena Quesito, their academy program, but one player who went through their academy program. Team Queso actually holds open tournaments within their, set up in their Discord, where anyone can compete in these Arena Quesito challenges, chances to get into their overall program. And if you perform well in those tournaments, you get put into the development program. You get put into their academy program. Rubén came up through that. I believe JuanManuel was discovered that way as well. It's one of the few completely open opportunities to get into an academy program for a major Clash Royale esports organization. So it's a really cool thing that they've built over there. And we are now on to our first match of the day. Here we go. It's going to be Airsurfer against JuanManuel. Yes, the balance changes are live for this one. They went live yesterday. They are live now. Bowler is, of course, super cool. I'm very interested to see how Bowler plays out. We saw some great stuff yesterday in Stage 2 of the AMG Cup. And looks like JuanManuel is going high stinky cheese for Game 1. Solid fireball in, and GY push behind the Valk in the opposite direction. Airsurfer pressuring, and this is going to be a ton of damage for the American. JuanManuel in a lot of trouble early. So we'll see when JuanManuel decides to go hard with the Elixir Golems, but for now, made a half-hearted push and an easy King Tower activation for Airsurfer. Be interesting to see a shot at an airsurfer Rubén final. Of course, both of them do have outs they have to get through first. We've seen some top-tier players dropping over both the NoTilt World Championship and the AMG Cup in the last few days. Steven Stone says hello. Hello to you, Steven Stone. I hope you're doing well. So now setting up big in the right-hand lane is JuanManuel. We'll see if he gets something out of it. Of course, playing with the tower down already. And that is a big pile of pink goo on the right-hand side. Airsurfer trying to survive, but the E-Dragon has shocked the heck out of both of those Inferno Dragons. Tower down, and JuanManuel just stacking. 2-tower game for Graveyard, never ideal, and in this situation, probably a big rip. Looks like JuanManuel going to win game number 1. And the Stinky Cheese does it one more time. The deck that everyone secretly plays, but no one wants to play against. You've all tried it, don't lie. Every single one of you has tried it at least once. And it works. Sometimes. It either gets clapped or claps hard, it seems. So, looked like airsurfer had this thing in pretty good shape early on. JuanManuel does what you do with this deck and just drops a whole bunch of things. And next thing you know, that's it. GG, well played. Game number 1 goes to the Arena Quesito player. Yeah, where's the sanitizer, says Steven Stone. I agree. Balance changes are live again, just so everyone knows, in case you were curious. Here we go, game number 2. Airsurfer probably going double bait here. JuanManuel going with the next cheesiest deck. Goblin Giant Sparky Rage. Well, guys, it is a cheese fest today. And are you super surprised? So bait is one of the harder matchups for this deck. Not a lot of great ways to deal with the bait cards. The big question here is there any chance Airsurfer's running this version with Rocket? It's not a very common version. Typically, this runs no big spell, especially with what we've seen so far. Seems unlikely. But we have seen players run this Rocket version. Specifically, we've seen pros run this deck in a Rocket version when playing against semi-pros. And there you go. Boom. Kaboom. Bye-bye. GG. Well played. Guys, might as well close your eyes and plug your ears for a few minutes because Airsurfer should not lose this. And this double bait deck didn't commonly run Rocket, does not commonly run Rocket. But a lot of players, a lot of pros are running the Rocket version against semi-pros, knowing that they are likely to see this deck. Omotayo, I don't know if anyone else is having trouble with the stream. The other side of the bracket is going to be Raiyan against Rubén. So the winner of this will face Raiyan versus Rubén. Light Sama saying in the Trovo chat, it's because of a delivery nerf, not because of semi-pros. That's a good point. Completely forgot about the fact that Royal Delivery's knockback has been removed, and that would significantly impact it. So airsurfer completely in control so far. Very difficult matchup for JuanManuel to try to battle against. You see that log die just a little bit short there. The log range reduction. Rough for that big pile of wood. No tournament today on my channel, folks, for those of you asking. Doing this today and then AMG tomorrow, but there is a tournament planned for Wednesday the 12th. And really, JuanManuel just sitting there hoping. He might rage up here, but a little night kite. Oh, not running rage, actually. Sorry, running fireball. My brain shorted out for a second. I just assume when I see these cards that rage is in there, don't you? Doesn't your brain just say there's a rage in there somewhere? Is anybody else on YouTube having trouble with the stream besides Omotayo? Because he's been mentioning it a lot. I'll take a look at the stream on my end. Look at that damage on the right-hand side. Airsurfer in a bit of trouble here. Remember, rocket damage is reduced. That will be in rocket range now. Doesn't need it. Airsurfer finishes things off. Oh, no, that's interesting. I just brought up the YouTube stream and it's not working for me. Very interesting. For some people, it seems to be working fine. For others, not. Including me, it's not working well. Strange one. So there's the stats view provided by Stats Royale. Tornado in the Trovo chat saying we want 6-man gameplays. Guys, this was probably one of the most fun moments of the AMG Cup yesterday. We were getting to the ban section, and it was Jack versus Razor, final match of the day. And when Jack lost his first game, he had asked him for his ban, and he said, 6-man. What is it called? And Razor was the one who realized he was talking about the Royal Recruits. So from now on, Royal Recruits are called 6-man. And the 6-man was super popular yesterday in the AMG Cup. We'll see if anyone goes with sort of some of those new meta looks today, or open season looks today. Things all tied up now between Airsurfer and JuanManuel, 1-1. So Hog EQ for JuanManuel. Airsurfer playing it slow early on, looking like it might be Barb Hut GY. And Hog in one more time. Graveyard getting tanked for by the Baby Dragon. Hog gonna get some significant shots on the left-hand side, at least 3 it looks like. And that's a big chunk here for the Arena Quesito player. JuanManuel in the lead, 10-10 to 14-79. Space Cowboy asking, what is the most annoying card in your opinion? Oh boy, most annoying card, maybe Battle Healer. Is there any after what's something else happening today? I don't know. Probably not. Mr. Slayton has an appointment with baby boy Slayton to go have some fun today. Out in the woods of Montana. Go to the creek, throw some rocks in the creek. It's a favorite activity. He's 2, or almost 2, so throwing rocks in the creek is a good hour-long activity for him. EQ cycle now in. 2 EQs do more than 1 rocket at this stage. Might see Earthquake get a bit of a revival this month just because of the Crown Tower damage based relative to Elixir. We'll see. Thank you, Jalord. Appreciate it. And it's just straight up EQ cycle for JuanManuel at this stage. airsurfer trying to break on through. Poison high on the bomb tower. Baby Dragon not getting through for that graveyard damage. That's going to be tower down on the left-hand side for airsurfer. If he cannot get this left-hand tower down, it's going to be a GG for JuanManuel. Pressuring as hard as he can, trying to break through. Poison now. EQ going to finish that left-hand tower, and now the question is, can airsurfer put enough on this left-hand side to get it down? Not going to happen. JuanManuel wins game number 2. Rough outing for airsurfer in this one. Yeah, I guess some people having trouble with the stream at 1080. So I'm hearing people say reduce the stream to 480 if you're having trouble with the 1080p stream. Sending you a high quality signal, everybody. So now it's JuanManuel with match point up 2-1. We'll see if he can take on the Clash Royale League West runner-up for this spring season. What's my take on Jonah finishing number 1 with E-Golem? Yeet the battle healer. That's my opinion. I've never liked her. I think she's yuck. But, you know, people will play with her, so do as you will. Electro's asking, Rich, how old is CWA? He's timeless, Electro Wizard. Absolutely timeless. Hog to the right-hand lane. JuanManuel probably going Hog EQ one more time. And you see delivery with no knockback. Just weird. Not a fan. Maybe the knockback should have been reduced. Who knows? I don't see it fitting in many decks now. Soda Lemon, why do you think the P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam disappeared? Well, I think that P.E.K.K.A. struggles because of how swarm heavy the game is right now. Swarm and spawner heavy the game is. And I think that Battle Ram struggles because there aren't a lot of decks that don't run decent counters to Battle Ram. Hey, Saad, good to see you. So right back to Barb Hut Graveyard for airsurfer and Hog EQ again for JuanManuel. We'll see if airsurfer can make some adjustments. We've seen him do this before, even expecting to run the same matchup. Make some slight adjustments from game 1 to game 2, almost kind of a ladder style. Let's see how he handles this Hog coming in. Delivery, not going to get that knockback. And Snowball to make some more room, so 2 more shots for the Hog. 14-30. airsurfer up 6-13 to 14-30 now as we go into double elixir time. Keep in mind, by the way, folks, this is a pre-ban competition, meaning the players submit their bans before the match. Night Witch and Miner, both off the board. Graveyard in, and that should be enough. There we go. Tower down on the right-hand side, so now can airsurfer hold off against these Hogs? Delivery not going to get knocked back. Does have the Snowball for a little bit of knockback if necessary. And plenty of elixir for another Barb Hut. Final 15 seconds. Looks like airsurfer should have this one. I don't believe that JuanManuel can cycle enough to get this done in time. Let's see, one more Hog EQ attempt. Hog coming in. Snowball to push the Hog away, and that's going to be a GG. Well played. airsurfer ties things up and takes us to game 5. Greedy Goblin. Other side of the bracket will be Team Queso star Rubén up against the young man Raiyan. Lord, I know some people are having trouble with the stream. I would go ahead and reduce your resolution down to 480p has been the recommendation from many. So essentially, same idea, run back one more time. Airsurfer this time makes some better choices, gets the win. I know some people are having trouble with the YouTube stream. The Trovo stream seems to be holding up pretty nicely. If you guys are having trouble with YouTube. Let's see. Do I think Graveyard is skillless? I do not. I think there are certain versions of Graveyard that are more skillful than others. I don't think Graveyard is inherently skillless, though. I believe the day 4 brackets actually happen after this, K. I believe they happen directly, I think, about like an hour or two after this is over. What's my favorite card? The Ice Golem. Cute little fella. So Skeleton Dragons, Inferno Dragon for JuanManuel. And that's a quality heal spirit here. Does get the Skellies a little bit further along. Will they do much more than that? Nope. Still dies on the vine. First 45 seconds away. No damage yet. Yeah, Saad, I remember you from yesterday. I did see you there. Dark Prince into the left-hand side. Do I think that Golem is so strong in every meta, but Supercell didn't nerf the Golem? I don't think Golem. I think Golem is strong at lower trophy levels, but is not particularly strong in terms of tournament standard or top ladder. So it's a weird one to nerf. I do think there should be less death damage on tower, potentially. I think it's weird that the death damage is the big thing about the Golem, but again, Golem's not super strong in competitive or top ladder play right now, so it's kind of a hard call to go ahead and nerf that. I will no longer be casting the East in the early morning. This is way too early for me, but I will be casting the remainder of the West semifinals, for those of you who are asking. Like this one today between JuanManuel and Airsurfer. Juan looking like this is going to be Lava Hound, potentially. Baron is not in this tournament. I don't think Baron plays competitive Clash Royale anymore. I could be wrong. What's the worst legendary card in my opinion? Let me think about the legendary cards. Graveyard in one more time. Airsurfer just Graveyard variance here. An immediate Barb's Loon push to the left-hand lane. Poison not in cycle. Musk down. Gonna need a snowball here to support as well. Musketeer struggling on this defense. Dark Prince picks up the Inferno Dragon. Connection on the left-hand side, and Musketeer wanders the opposite way. Baby Dragon trying to hold on with Snowball. Good defense out of Airsurfer, but another balloon cycled, and only 4 Elixir in Airsurfer's hand. He goes ahead and picks up the balloon with the Goblin Cage, but that loon is going to connect potentially. No, it will not, and the poison should finish things off in time. What a wild finish there. Airsurfer moves on to the finals. Who was in my fantasy team in Sierra West? A wide variety of players because I changed it every week. I did not run the same 4 people every single week. I think that's super important. Buff E-Barbs or E-Golem nerf? What do you say? E-Golem nerf, because why would I want to buff E-Barbs? E-Barbs are silly. Airsurfer moves on. It's been a good year for Airsurfer. Of course, all the competition being online might have helped a little bit. Notoriously known for having a little bit of nerves on stage and on camera. Fola Picati, my personal best is 6.3. I didn't finish that with that 6.3 because I accidentally, it was the last night of the season, I had 6.3, and I accidentally pressed play a game and dropped under 6.3 and then tilted tremendously. Elion, if you wouldn't be a caster, do you think, what do you think you'd be now? Well, before casting Clash Royale and esports in general, I started stand-up comedy in 2008 and spent 10, 11 years working clubs on the road, doing casinos, performing all over the world. And maybe when things settle down a little bit, I'll do more. We'll see. I might have an album coming out this year. We'll see. It's a potential. It's a possibility. Waiting to see if the edit comes in and I like it. Is it over for now? No, just this is the first of 3 matches today. Airsurfer moves on to the finals of this bracket. Next up going to be Raiyan versus Rubén of Team Queso. Let's see what else the chat has going on. You and Andrew need to get on here together sometime. Well, Andrew's very busy doing other things, but maybe one of these days. Greedy Goblin. No, go to my YouTube page and you can see there's actually a video. I only have one video that I actually have up right now. I took a lot of them down temporarily. But I'll go ahead and link it for you right now. Where is it? Boom. Let me give you that little, I'll give you the link here. Where are you? Where are you, Link? Oh, there we go. There you go. I think that's the only video of me doing stand-up up on the internet these days. Well, guys, what an opening game. And, ooh, boy. JuanManuel went cheesy the first 2 games. Did pretty well with it. Hoggy Q got him one big win, but in the end, Airsurfer had his number. GG, well played. Airsurfer, one of the best to do it online. Going ahead and moving on to our next stage, or going on to our next round, to the finals. He's awaiting the winner of our next matchup, Raiyan and Rubén. The winner of that, of course, will move on to the finals here against Airsurfer. And whoever wins today not only wins $1,000, but also will move on to Stage 3 of the NoTilt World Championship. It's going to be fire as time goes on. Can God RF come back after losing? Yes. Easy question there. How many wins did I get in the 20-win challenge? Not 20. I'll tell you that much. Are Chinese pros part of East? How come they don't seem to participate? They are part of East, and I don't know. Who has a better 2020, RF or Morton? Well, better 2020, RF. RF is certainly having a better 2020. Morton had a better 2019. Chugga, Rich, happy to see you again. It's always great to have you casting. Well, thanks for coming by, man. It's a treat to have you guys here. Kay, can you let me know how to watch the qualifying brackets of East? Those happen earlier in the morning. Same place, same channel. Animals asks in the Trovo chat, what happens if Andrew moves into your house? My house is overcrowded. That's the best way to put it. There's too many people in my house then. Japanese CRL players not participating either. I feel like I've seen a few, but I could be wrong. Take a look at the bracket as it currently stands for today. So coming up next, Rubén and Raiyan on the right-hand side. Winner of that will go face Airsurfer. Tim Start saying, even though recruits got buffed, bowler is meta, so will recruits bar putt really be that strong? We've seen a lot of recruits so far. Yeah, Donnie is a Japanese pro. That's true. Oh yeah, and there were 2 Chinese players. 2 players from WEGM were in the semis yesterday. So, yeah, I don't know. Chinese players are playing. Japanese players are playing. People are playing. Here we go. Match or game number 1 of our second match. Rubén versus Raiyan. Oh, the qualifying rounds. Yeah, people. I don't know who's streaming. I mean, people are streaming the East stuff, but the East stuff, these qualifying rounds are so early in the morning for the West. So I don't know who's waking up that early to do it. So Hog plus Fish Slapper for Rubén. Hog plus Bomb Tower for Raiyan. So interesting looks on both sides. Strange variations of Hog Rider. Interesting experimentation here early on. I do think Hog EQ is going to be more popular this season than it was last season. Why is this being played before the bracket? Peacemaker, they changed the order of the Western semis so that players didn't have to sit out a bracket if they got eliminated in a semifinal. Yeah, guys, on this YouTube page, you guys who are watching on the NoTilt YouTube page, the NoTilt YouTube page. If you're watching on the NoTilt YouTube page, like, subscribe, be a part of the family, ring the bell for notifications, do all the important things, be part of the fam. Come on. And of course, if you like me, go ahead and hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's mine right there. And if you don't like me, subscribe but don't leave comments. Hog not gonna, nope, does not touch on the right-hand side. So far, Raiyan slightly ahead as we enter double elixir time. Now switching lanes here with a full-on Hog log push on the left-hand lane. Not sure about that log, what he was trying to predict there. Strange Hog log out of Raiyan, almost like a rhythm one. Full frontage in the building, there you go. Full frontage has been streaming the West qualifier brackets. People are trying to figure out how to watch the East qualifier brackets full. But yeah, full frontage streaming those on Twitch. Guys, I do have a creator code. Good point. Good question there, Greedy Goblin. Code RICH. Go ahead and throw that in your store. So here we go, sudden death overtime. Rubén does take the lead. What a strange version of Hog Rider. Hog with the Fishboat Go Boom combination. The Fisherman Hunter. Mega Knight Poison. Was Rubén going for a snipe here, guys? That's the question. Fish slapping away on the left-hand lane, down to 1534, 1681 on the right-hand side with 90 seconds remaining. And Rubén sets up Mega Knight on the right-hand side, knowing that's where the Hogs of Raiyan would like to go. And just like that, Raiyan says, okay, let's go to the opposite lane. Snowball to push things back. Hunter going to take that Valk off the board. Fish Slapper helping on that Hog, and now Hog opposite direction. Look at that. Bomb Tower not going to pick up this Hog from Rubén at all. Rubén seems pretty firmly in control at this point. Big Mega Knight leap on the right-hand side. Light Sama, the Hog deck, the Rubén's deck was used yesterday in AMG. I cast for 6.5 hours. My brain doesn't even work anymore. Poison in left-hand lane. Hog logging one more time is Raiyan. Does get one shot. Things are close. Rubén, though, does have the lead, although Raiyan, if he can just kind of lock down the defense, can win this with EQ cycle. If he gets one Hog shot here, Raiyan might have the win. Can the Hog touch? And it does. Raiyan going to cycle back real quick now. 9:02 on the left-hand side of 9:38. Raiyan putting pressure on. Hog log. Does that snowball miss here? And that's going to be it. Raiyan going to take game number 1. Hog EQ, Hog triple spell is certainly legit right now, it seems, folks. Who won, airsurfer or JuanManuel? Airsurfer did move on. Wilbert Coe, something is wrong. Call 911 then. What are you telling us for? Call your doctor. Oh, you mean with the stream? I would suggest the stream is not closing. Guys, if you're having trouble with the stream, go ahead and reduce your resolution down to a lower quality. And normally, I would just say hang out here. Let me give you, if your YouTube stream is working fine, stay on YouTube. Stay watching on the YouTube NoTilt page. If your stream's not working, I feel bad giving you the. I am streaming this on Trovo. I want you to be able to watch it. If the stream isn't working for you, you can watch this on Trovo. If the stream's working for you on YouTube, though, stay on YouTube here at the NoTilt channel. If it's not, there's my Trovo link. You can go watch it there if you're having trouble with YouTube. But if you're not having trouble with the YouTube, stay here. So Raiyan cycling Heal Spirit log to open up. Do I think 2.6 will be good this season even though log was nerfed? I don't think 2.6 was really that good beforehand. Yeah, Moni Vargas saying 1080 works fine. Moni, some people are having trouble with the stream for some reason. I don't know what it is. So I'm encouraging people to stay here if their stream is working, but if not, the Trovo stream's an option. Try reducing your resolution first. Ooh, Rubén going stinky here. And Raiyan punishing opposite lane. Will it be enough? No, the NoTilt League, Mr. Bacon, was YouTube gaming only. This is not exclusive. And that's going to be an easy 3 crown for Rubén. All tied up. I don't think 2.6 will be that good this season for a couple of reasons, Omotayo. Number one, 2.6 gets a lot of value out of spell cycle, and that spell cycle reduction is going to make it not work as well against decks that do not rely on spell cycle. And number two, the log range reduction is going to make things a little bit more difficult. It's going to make playing against bait more difficult, going to make it so you can only get chip log damage if you put it right at the bridge. Man, dirty Rubén here. Hashtag dirty Rubén, says Light Sama. Would I say that classic logbait took an L from the balance changes? Wilhelm, that's an interesting question. That's an interesting question there. Because on the one hand, classic logbait does lose some significant damage. On the other hand, it's harder to log the Princess and the Goblin Barrel at the same time. Might even be impossible now from what I've heard. Well, QED, I'm not enchanting. So, unless enchanting's here in the chat somewhere. I'm saying that in some matchups, Omotayo 2.6 does rely on spell cycle at the end. That's how it gets its win in the end in some cases. I think the reduction in both log and fireball damage, plus the range reduction for the log, I think hurts 2.6. And 2.6 isn't that good right now. It hasn't been that good for a long time. There are players who are great with it, but it's not like 2.6 is an amazing deck right now. It hasn't been phenomenal in a long time. Have I heard of the Romanian version of Donnie? I don't believe I have. Thank you, Georgie. Appreciate your support. Yeah, follow everyone everywhere. If you have not yet followed this channel, if you're watching this on the NoTilt YouTube page, hit subscribe, hit like, ring the bell. Don't miss a moment. And NoTilt is bringing you great Clash Royale. I know what they have in store for the next 9 months for NoTilt, for Clash Royale. Some of the best and coolest Clash Royale competitive content will be coming here from NoTilt over the next 6 to 9 months. So make sure you ring the bell so you never miss any of it, because it's going to be fire. Not to mention some cool Brawl Stars stuff here as well. 2.9 on Ice Rocket. Comment Rich. Icebo still seems like it has some good matchups. 2.9, I'm not sure. PK saying people should be able to choose their starting hands. You know, there's actually a way you can do that in the actually a way that you can do that in friendly battles. And I'm actually considering hosting some BO5s on my channel with fixed starting hands just to test it out, see how it goes. No P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam so far today. QED, I don't expect to see much P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam today. Electro Wizard, I'll do a giveaway. Not today, but I am planning one in the future. A pretty big one. Pretty cool one. Rich, should a new card have a similar mechanic like Crow from Brawl Stars? Which mechanic? Like the big super leap thing? So Lava Loon for Raiyan. Out of nowhere, Lava Loon made a comeback. It was Miner Loon for or Lava Miner for a long time. And then kind of out of nowhere, and this is going to be, I believe this is Clone with the flying machine here. Could be wrong. Lawler, I've never actually tried it out, so the fixed starting hands thing for friendly battles, but someone showed the other day that you can do it. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see if it's doable. So I believe this is Lava Clone here for Raiyan. Usually if you see a flying machine in Lava Hound, that indicates Clone. So we'll see if Rubén starts saving that poison in some of these cases. So far he's been poisoning off the flying machine behind the pushes. And Balloon Barb's pushed to the left-hand side. Well, Barb's makes it feel like it's not going to be Clone. And the balloon does connect, and that's a big-time connection. Going to get 2 drops on the left-hand side, just like that. Raiyan takes the lead back and takes it by storm. Final minute, triple elixir coming. Rubén needs to pull the trigger and pull it soon. Putting pressure on the left-hand side. Here we go. Graveyard on the right-hand lane. Flying machine in defense, poison down to help out. Arrow's trying to clean that up. I think this is going to be a GG on the right-hand side. Yes, it is. Rubén of Team Queso takes game number 2 and now has match point. Crow's poison mechanic. I don't know. Interesting. Haru. Hey, Rich. How you doing? I'm doing great. Guys, by the way, yesterday, talking about renaming cards, Royal Recruits got renamed the 6-Man by Jack, who didn't know what they were called in English, so said 6-Man when he was trying to do a ban. It was so endearing. So now Royal Recruits are known as 6-Man. And those of you talking about Expo, Expo was renamed Fred yesterday. So Ice Fred, 2.9 Fred cycle. Pump Fred. Just makes it seem less intimidating, I feel. Someone, I can't remember who renamed that in the chat yesterday, but Expo is now named Fred. Do I have a creator code? Yes, I do have a creator code. Guys, if you want to support me and support all the cool stuff I do on my channel, open tournaments, a lot of big esports stuff, use code RICH. R-I-C-H. That's it. Kelly, how are you? Been a while. OP mod and sub in the Trovo chat. Good to see you. Oh, did I forget to send out my alert? Oh, I did. I was wondering, I was like, Trovo seems quiet today. Oh, I guess 50 viewers ain't bad. Yeah, I do think that 2.6 is gonna struggle between the reduction in range of log and the overall spell reduction. Will Giant Double Prince be good this season? Only want to get 6.3K this season. I don't know. Giant Double Prince, are you talking about the triple spell version? Because again, spell. I think that decks that don't run a big spell get a bit of a buff in this meta. Is P.E.K.K.A bridge spam still good for a tournament, in my opinion? QED, do you one-trick P.E.K.K.A bridge spam? Because every question you have is about P.E.K.K.A bridge spam. Rich, would you marry P.E.K.K.A bridge spam? Maybe the P.E.K.K.A, but not the bridge. Rich, have you ever had P.E.K.K.A bridge spam on wheat? No, I only get it on sourdough. Rich, if a P.E.K.K.A, how much spam could a P.E.K.K.A bridge spam if P.E.K.K.A spam could spam bridges? 4 is the answer to that one. And I think it's a bad, I think the game is not P.E.K.K.A bridge spam friendly, but certain bans can help it out. Do I think tennis ball needs a nerf, aka the heal spirit? Maybe a reduction in its heal range, potentially. Which card should get a nerf in the Eagle and Healer Barb Hut Rage deck? I think they should nerf Battle Healer. Reduce her to 1 HP and 1 damage per second. And no healing. And wow, that's going to be a giant skeleton on tower. GG, well played. Rubén going to take the 3 crown in style and move on to the final against airsurfer. Jorgen, keep your questions appropriate, please. You know better than that. In fact, that's going to earn you a short little timeout here, pal. That's a 10-minute timeout for you. Well, Rubén gets that done pretty quickly. Steven Stone, I don't know. I haven't caught every comment, so Steven Stone, what's your comment? Daddy Flicks, yes, I will be talking about the gameplay, especially more once we get into this final match. But a lot of questions in the chat. Trying to balance chat and the gameplay as well, but don't you worry, for this final, it's going to be all about airsurfer and Rubén. Nilesh saying airsurfer is the best player in my opinion. Maybe. Calling Expo Fred is insult to every Fred out there. Mateen, yeah, you might be right. You could be right, but, you know, then you know what it is? Actually, as we change all Freds are changed, their names are changed to Expo. So the former star of Boy Meets World is now known as Expo Savage. Which actually sounds like a cool, like a weird modern rapper name, Expo Savage. So here's some more a little replay action from that last one. What's my opinion on the Royal Delivery knockback nerf? Kind of kills the card in my opinion, but we'll see. Yash, I have no idea why Gardaref is not playing the SSG Cup. Maybe because he's busy with NoTilt and the AMG Cup. Guys, if you haven't yet, over on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to this NoTilt YouTube page. NoTilt has a great slate of Clash Royale competitions planned for the next 9 months to a year. Gonna bring you some cool stuff. And Kelly with the easy in the chat. Thank you very much, Kelly. Appreciate it. Always bringing the heat. Haru saying, I became a fan of airsurfer when I saw him make insane Expo plays in global tournament. Yeah, airsurfer's one of the best with Expo, that's for sure. This is not the end of the stream, guys. We have one more match. Let me see. I know Steve Stone had something he said, and I keep on missing it in the chat. Battle healer, HP nerf, maybe attack buff. Steven Stone, maybe that might be the solution. I think another solution is to rework it to a completely different card with a different concept. That might be good. How about rework it into a mega minion? Something that is not the battle healer, essentially. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Rich, where is your hometown? I grew up in Sacramento, California. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm currently in southwestern Montana. I'm in the woods. It's actually crazy I have internet where I am. It's crazy that I have better internet here than I do in Los Angeles, oddly enough. Kelly with the hype in the chat. Thank you very much. Tim Start saying Boulder doesn't need any more meta than it was before. Tim, you should have seen the AMG Cup yesterday. There was bowler everywhere. There was some bowler GY, bowler bow, or X-bowler, as some people want to call it. There was a lot of bowler yesterday in the AMG Cup. And I expect more tomorrow in the second day of AMG Cup Stage 2 action. Right now, though, we're moving on to our finals. Airsurfer and Rubén. Two top players from Clash Royale League. Here we go. Airsurfers have had quite a journey throughout his CRL career, starting with TSM alongside his teammate Firewolf. Firesurfer was the nickname of that 2v2 duo back for TSM, and of course, it was the two of them in Vulcan for most of that season. Vulcan kind of carrying that one for a while until OP Sam finally showed up halfway through the season, and TSM able to qualify for the playoffs, make a good run of it, eliminated Cloud9 in the first run of that playoff. Since then, Airsurfer and Vulcan went on to Complexity for 2 seasons. Vulcan retired from competitive CR, and now Airsurfer with Misfits alongside Razor, Wings, and Dip, getting second place in CRL West this season. Rubén, one of the more decorated players overall in Clash Royale, a very, very talented young player with tons of #1 team competition finishes, but has yet to find that one in CRL, of course, with Team Queso in the NoTilt League Special Edition, alongside Benny, Cucci, and IMJP. They took first place, and here you go. You said you didn't see Bowler yet. Bowler doesn't see meta Tim start. Well, here you go. Ex-Bowler, Bowler Bow, whatever you want to call it. This deck was very popular in AMG yesterday. Didn't perform exceptionally well. We'll see how it does here. So we'll see how Bowler Bow fares here with the double Wizards. Interesting matchup here with GY. Bowler, of course, not that great against GY. A little too slow. But the one thing it can do is set the line high like you see here. Of course, Airsurfer known as an Expo player, so if there's a new Expo deck, you got to see him play it. Hey, Sandy in the building as well. Another OP sub / mod over on the Trovo side. Asia, man, it's a gold party. Fake Lapacati in the building, too. Defensive Expo set up for Airsurfer. Of course, that reduced damage from Fireball only affects towers, does not affect troops. All those spell damage reductions are only about tower damage. Bowler trying to hold the line on the left-hand side. Mega Knight, though, starting to shred a little bit. That Mega Knight looking for a leap. Second Bowler down. Mega Minion all over the Expo. Graveyard in the left-hand lane. Ice Wiz to support. Maybe see Skellies here as well. No. That tower getting absolutely manhandled right now. GG, well played. Rubén takes game number 1. Very well done for Rubén. This deck has not been performing well. This Bowler Bow deck, people are playing it a whole bunch. I think Bowler Bow has a chance, but this does not seem like it's it. It's too heavy. Expo can't outcycle anything with this deck. Look at that, 3.8. When did you think you would see an Expo deck that was heavier cycle than a Graveyard deck? At least a meta one, for that matter. 3.8 cycle for Expo. Just seems like it's not going to work. Lalit, everyone gets a second chance. There is no elimination from the tournament overall. You can play in as many, there are 8 Western brackets and 8 Eastern brackets. And you can play in as many of the brackets as you like. So you can go, and if you can make the top 4 a second time, you're into the top 4 again. So nice win for Rubén to kick things off in this event. If you've only watched Rubén in CRL, you might not really understand how good this guy is. Of course, he's had some amazing matches. His game in the fall season of 2019 against Javi Catorze was unbelievable. One of the best Phenomenal gameplay. But the guy really is a top tier player. Excellent micro, excellent macro. And what he did before coming to CRL was super duper impressive. Here we go, mortar for airsurfer. Looks like a mortar bait version. And Rubén might be getting cheesy here, we'll see. I have one question. Clash Royale wants us to master all archetypes, then why are there losses? What? Do not understand that question at all. Booskar, good to see you in the chat. Here we go, Mortar Binder bait for Airsurfer. My co-caster Andrew would be very happy to see this. I am less happy to see what Rubén's running in this one. Easy King Tower activation. Airsurfer's been on point with those activations against E-Golem, or against E-Drag. We saw it in his semi-final match as well. So talking about the accomplishments of Rubén. First of all, 8.6K player on ladder, so that's no joke. That's quite the high number from the Spaniard. Then, of course, 9 #1 finishes in team competition. Of course, winning NoTilt League Special Edition, 2-time winner of the OG Series, 2 times in RPL, won Superliga Orange SLO in the spring of 2019, right before coming to CRL, right before turning 16, and then of his PGL win as well. That's a lot of #1s as a team player. As an individual, Rubén has won the Orange Cup 3 times, Moreno Cup twice, the Red Bull MEO in Spain, Gamer G Game June, and the Mobition. And of course, his win rate in the NoTilt League Special Edition, 29-1 overall. Very, very impressive. So far, nobody breaking through too heavily in this one, although Rubén starting to build up a pretty big push on the right-hand side. Fireball and Zap come in, but not enough to take that battle healer off. Now she just barely does go down. And Prince will tank nicely here. Bats in even though there is the nerf. Airsurfer, personal best on ladder, 84-87. Fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now with Misfits Gaming based in Florida. Fireball's on point so far for Airsurfer. Things pretty close here with 1:50 left, 18:51 to 17:60. The American also has some pretty good finishes, including the Moreno Cup victory for Moreno Cup 6, and 3-time global tournament #1, where many of you saw Airsurfer for the first time. The old school global tournaments where there were different matchmaking standards, Airsurfer would just rack up over 100 wins regularly using Expo. Here we go, 11:08 on the right-hand tower. Airsurfer in control of game 2. Double barb hut down for Rubén. And Airsurfer running 4 nerfed cards right now. Miner, Zap, Fireball, and Bats. Still in control for the moment in this matchup. And now a pile of Elixir coming the Americans' way. Sets up Bats low here. And another mortar down on defense. 45 seconds remain. That battle healer getting a tower. Fireball comes in. Prevents any significant damage. 1680 on the right-hand side, and now Rubén switching lanes away from his weak side tower. 30 seconds left. This is where Rubén just goes all out. Just sells out like crazy, and he's going to do it too. The NATO Fireball work out of Rubén has been good, but the Fireball work from Airsurfer has been just a little bit better. High mortar this time for some chip damage on the right-hand side, and it connects! And it connects. Prince to the left-hand side. Fireball, mortar, Zap. Miner finishing things off on the right. Airsurfer ties it up in game #2. Guys, if the video is working okay for you on YouTube, I do encourage you to stay on YouTube, of course. But if you're having trouble with the video on YouTube, it is being co-streamed on Trovo. Again, if YouTube's working for you, stay on YouTube, but if not, go check out the Trovo stream. I would first try reducing your resolution down to like 480. I've heard people say works, but for some reason YouTube is being a little bit finicky right now. I don't know exactly why. So if YouTube's working for you, stick with YouTube. If not, go ahead, switch over to Trovo so you don't miss the action. Anand, I have nothing to do with how much gold you get in things. So, I don't know. Get the pass Royale. It's only $5. So Rubén takes the L despite running the stinky cheese here in this game. Those of you asking, I do host regular $100 opens on my channel. The next one is going to, because of the schedule with AMG and NoTilt, the next one is going to be Wednesday the 12th. Wednesday the 12th here on my Trovo channel will be the next $100 open. Because of the heavy streaming schedule with AMG and the NoTilt World Championship. That's when it'll be. Let's go on and jump into game number 3. If any of you are looking for the official Rich Slayton YouTube channel, well, guess what? I got that one for you as well. Well, Steven Stone, then it wouldn't be a challenge if you could just get unlimited losses. That wouldn't be a challenge. If you are watching on NoTilt, NoTilt's YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, like the video, all those important things. Kelly, thanks for the rose, do appreciate it. Visuar, it's on my YouTube channel, which I just linked. Go ahead, check it out. Here we go. Game number 3 all tied up, so now we're back to a best of 3 essentially. And Rubén running Hog Triple Spell up against Airsurfer. Looks like this is Loon. Steven, if there were infinite losses, then it wouldn't be a challenge. If you want to master an archetype, then play it in friendly battles. So here we go. First minute and a half away. Both players kind of slow playing this one, considering they're both playing pretty fast cycle decks. Sunquick, good to see you. So really, for a fast cycle matchup, this has been very, very slow. Both players not wanting to overcommit early and get caught out. And guys, you can see Moni Vargas just leaked that into the YouTube chat. If YouTube isn't working for you, we see that there's some YouTube issues. You can watch this also on Trovo, where I'm co-streaming it. But if YouTube's working for you, stick with YouTube. Final 30 seconds of regulation. Airsurfer just slightly ahead, but again, everyone taking their time here. It is GY from Airsurfer with the Inferno Tower. Really felt like it was going to be Loon until the poison came out. Yesterday's AMG Cup will be uploaded later today. I'll get it ready to rock right after this. Had some trouble downloading the video from yesterday, but it'll be uploaded today. 1791 left-hand side for Team Queso's Rubén. 2102 on the right-hand side for Airsurfer of Misfits. EQ in on the right-hand lane and GY on the left. Both guys trying to make their case to take control of this one and get match point possibilities. Hog in one more time. And airsurfer not going to Inferno this time. Let's see what he does with this Musky Knight on the left-hand side. Skellies to Kite. Nice control here. If there's one thing airsurfer does play well, it's quick cycle decks. All those hours grinding 2.9, certainly understands the mechanics of it. They translate over to lots of other decks. Here we go. This time Inferno Tower down. And EQ not coming in from Rubén. Maybe saving it for the next sequence, also spending that elixir on defense. Low on elixir right now is Rubén. Although pretty even if you do take a look at the Knight being 3 elixir on the board. Here we go. Final minute, triple elixir incoming. Hog Musky push on the right-hand side. This time the EQ comes in, but a full E-Wiz Skelly drop on the Musketeer completely stops that from doing anything effective. Graveyard now in on the left-hand side. Snowball. But now no Snowball, back to the Inferno Tower again. And a good juke on the placement out of airsurfer, but knowing that Rubén is in a tough spot here. 623 on the left-hand side. Now Poison Cycle coming in for the American. Final 30 seconds left. And a big double Knight Musketeer Hog Rider push into the strong side. Rubén switching lanes here in the final moments. Trying to get sneaky on this one. See if he can put down a ton of damage. I don't know if it's going to be possible here, folks. And now just loading up one more time again. Have to get that EQ in here. Knight is currently tanking. This could be big if that Snowball makes enough room. No, it does not. airsurfer snowballs back the Hog, and he will take game number 2 and have match point here in our day 3 qualifier. Ooh, boy. airsurfer now with match point. Very, very well played against the Hog EQ. Tough defensive options for Rubén against the Graveyard. And people asking, is Hog EQ going to be good this season? I think Hog Triple Spell. I think that this essential deck is going to be pretty good. Bad matchup here for Rubén. Kelly, thanks for the cake. Really do appreciate that. You are the best. Guys, this is a great year for American Clash Royale players, tell you that much. This is the last match of today's bracket. Is Bomb Tower still strong? I think Bomb Tower's in a good position, Tim Start. You heard a Scottish accent for a second. Scottish accent comes out only for Thunderstruck to give him the power he needs to win. Which card do I think is the most skillful in CR? I don't know. That's a good question. Probably the E-Golem. So skillful, you know, because you play it. Maybe the Skeletons? I don't know. Ice Spirit? Something cycly. Thoughts on E-Golem? It's pink. airsurfer looking like GY, so does Rubén. Where is Surgical Goblin? Probably in the Netherlands is my guess. And GY in for Rubén. And a big mana spam. Thank you guys, everyone on the Trovo chat for throwing the mana out. Really do appreciate it. So pretty slow play here in game number 3. Or game 4. GY Barb Hut for airsurfer. GY also for Rubén, but going with the cage variation instead. Some significant defense here for airsurfer against this Graveyard. Barb stacking up nicely there with the Skeletons to clean that up. Rubén does have the advantage coming into the final minute of regulation play, but not a big one. And thanks to everyone over on the Trovo chat. Big mana spam right now. Stay safes like crazy. Never realized that was a spiky helmet for the stay safes. GY into the right-hand side for Rubén, getting away from that healthy barb hut. But the Knight high easily sets the line for airsurfer. Going to be interesting to see who can break through here and create any sort of significant damage. When it gets down to the later rounds, Rubén can outcycle. Or at least it depends on how the barb hut's being played. And the archers walk into the poison. What an unfortunate way for those to walk right into the poison. Of course, nicely placed by airsurfer, but Rubén doesn't get much defensive value out of that. And just like that, airsurfer now in the lead, 2003 to 2034. 2003 might have been the year that 50 Cent's In the Club was released. Might have been 2002. Hit song, though. Here we go. Lots of damage left-hand side now. 1680. Rubén back in the lead with a minute 45 left. Barb hut to the left-hand lane. 2 down now for the American. And again, the archers walk right into that poison. The poison work out of airsurfer has been phenomenal in this late stage. He's been nailing those archers every time. Very, very sharp gameplay. And those archers make it easy. On the other side, airsurfer's right-hand tower going to take a significant chunk of damage here. But still in the lead right now is airsurfer with the final minute. Triple elixir coming, 2 barb huts down. This is going to be very, very hard for Rubén to fight back into. He does have options in both lanes as opposed to his opponent. And goes into the right-hand lane this time. Wants to force any tankage possible into that right-hand side. GY poison in. And this time Archer's going to stay out of the poison here for the first chunk of it. Rubén needs to get at least one more good defense like that and then push hard. Going GY away from his tanks is the Spaniard. Final 30 seconds. Poison now in. Late for airsurfer. Who will have the better cycle here at the end? Snowball, poison in, GY trying to get enough on that right-hand tower. Poison in for airsurfer on the left-hand side with Snowball. It looks like airsurfer has this one, and he will. The American moves on. Airsurfer going to stage 3 of the NoTilt World Championship. $1,000 and a pass, the golden ticket, onto stage 3, the top 16. Rarefied air. Joining some killers in that next stage. Airsurfer having a heck of a year. American players in general having one heck of a year. Line earlier today in the East qualified. Of course, we saw Jupiter King qualify on the first day. Vitor in that stage 3 chunk as well. It's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. And it's already been so good. Guys, if you're here watching on the NoTilt YouTube page, hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, get those notifications going, because again, NoTilt bringing you so much great Clash Royale stuff, not just the NoTilt World Championship, but more after that. If you're on Trovo and you haven't yet, hit me with the follow, bruh. Hit me with a follow, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Hang out. And of course, on the Trovo channel, on the Trovo side, I do a lot of fun stuff, including the AMG Cup, which come back tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at noon Pacific. And then, of course, back here again, both on the NoTilt YouTube page and my Trovo, for more AMG, or for more of the NoTilt. Man, I'm getting them backwards. I'm doing 2 things together. Tomorrow, AMG Cup Stage 2, back on my channel. And then Friday, back here again on the NoTilt YouTube page and my YouTube page, on my Trovo page, for the NoTilt World Championship Western Semis Day 4. We still have 5 more days of Western brackets and semifinals. Same thing over on the Eastern side. A lot of players left to be decided for this World Championship, and all the action will take place right here on the NoTilt YouTube page. Hit subscribe, hit like, do all those different things. If you're watching this on my YouTube later, go ahead and subscribe to me as well, by the way. You know, do that too, because I know you like me, right? Even if you hate me, subscribe anyway, but then save your comments, right? Don't be a jerk with it. Guys, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you for this one. I don't know. Do we have... I don't think we have any... Oh, there's some replays. Boom. Let's go check out the replays here for a moment. A little bit of the action from today's event. My next $100 open tournament is going to be on the 12th. By the way, that'll be sponsored by Geyser, so I'll be sending more information out for that over the next few days. Hope you guys appreciated today's cast, appreciated today's event. And of course, make sure you come back for the next one. Making sure I don't miss any graphics that come up here as they come up. Man, airsurfer, having a great year. Did great for the USA and the NoTilt Worlds, doing a good job here as well. Of course, Misfits getting to 2nd place in CRL West. Is 2020 the year of the American players? We'll see. We'll see as we continue along. Again, 5 more qualifiers in both the East and the West to be played out. Top 16 players, 8 from each side. We'll move on to the next round, which will be the group stage, round-robin play. And then, of course, the top out of that will move on to the stage 4, the ultimate final, the big one. Trying to get their big piece of that $50,000 prize pool. Top player collectively will have won around $15,000. That's enough to buy 2 to 3 ATVs, all-terrain vehicles, depending on what model you're getting, a 6-wheeler, a 4-wheeler. Getting the winch on it, what kind of package are you getting? All that stuff is possible. Omotayo asking, what's micro and macro in Clash Royale? Micro is the individual small interactions, managing multiple interactions, things like that. The macro is understanding the overall interactions of decks, the overall strategy of the game. Thank you, Rich, for the cast. Electro Wizard, thank you for coming by. Let's see, I think we're just about done here. So, guys, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the AMG Cup. Also, the AMG Cup round 1 of the first part of the second stage will be up on my YouTube very soon. I'll put that link in the show notes for those of you guys who are watching on YouTube. For NoTilt, for Clash Royale, and for you, I'm Rich Slayton. I'll see you guys back here very soon. Peace.